मिशन चढ़ती कला। और मैं भारत के हर नागरिक को, उद्योगपति को, चैरिटेबल ट्रस्टों को, कलाकारों को, पूरी दुनिया में बसते पंजाबियों को, बहन भाइयों को दिल से अपील करता हूँ, आओ पंजाब को दोबारा अपने पाँव पे खड़े करने का टाइम आ गया है। पुनर्वास में और रिस्ट्रक्चर में पंजाब का साथ दीजिए। मैं वचन देता हूँ, जो भी आप मेहनत की कमाई से 1 रुपया भी अगर निकालोगे तो 1.25 रुपया बना के हम पारदर्शिता और ईमानदारी से इस्तेमाल करेंगे। और जानकारी चाहिए तो rangla.punjab.gov.in ये वेबसाइट पे जा सकते हैं, सब कुछ डिटेल मिल जाएगा। आओ मिलकर हाथ से हाथ जोड़ के एक ऐसा पुण्य उसमें योगदान डालें और बता दें दुनिया को कि पंजाब किसी भी संकट के सामने हारता नहीं।
Welcome back, viewers. You're watching the Savera and I'm Shefali. US President Donald Trump signed an executive order clearing the path for TikTok to continue operating in the United States under a new ownership structure designed to address national security concerns. The decision follows weeks of uncertainty over the popular social media app's future, which had been threatened with a potential ban over fears of Chinese government influence. Speaking of the White House while signing the order, Trump said he had spoken with Chinese President Xi Jinping about the matter and receiving Beijing's information approval for the agreement. I had a very good talk with President Xi. He gave us the go-ahead, Trump told reporters. According to the executive order, TikTok's US operations will now be handled by a newly created joint venture headquarters in the United States, which will be majority owned and controlled by American investors. This arrangement, the order specifies, will ensure that the company is no longer under the influence of a foreign adversary. The new entity, provisionally valued at $14 billion, will be backed by leading US investors including Oracle, Silver Lake, and other private equity partners. ByteDance, TikTok's Beijing-based parent company, will retain less than 20% ownership under the deal, effectively relinquishing operating controls. US Vice President J.D. Vance, in a statement following the singing, described the statement as a win-win that safeguards both the app's future in the American market and the privacy of its users. We want to keep TikTok operating, but we also want to make sure that we protect Americans' data privacy as required by law. When said, this deal does not mean that Americans can use TikTok, but actually use it more confidence than they have in the past, because the data is going to be secure and it's going to be used as a propaganda weapon against our fellow citizens. A key provision of the deal is that TikTok's core algorithm, the engine that drives the app's viral content, will be under the direct control of the new US-based entity. One stressed that this shift is critical to ensure that decision-making about TikTok's content curation and user data politics rest with American stakeholders, not with foreign powers. We want to make sure that with our people and our investors actually make their decisions based on what's good for their business or opposed to what's good for another government's propaganda arm, he added. The announcement comes after months of negotiating between Washington and Beijing over the app's ownership structure, and a week after Trump and Xi held a phone call to smooth the final hurdles. Trump's executive order formalizes that understanding, allowing TikTok to remain available to its 170 million US users while reshaping its governance and control structure to align with US national security requirements. The move is expected to ease tension between Washington and Beijing over TikTok, which has long been at the center of debate over technology, data security, and geopolitical competition between the two powers. With the new framework in place, TikTok will operate as a domestically controlled company in the United States at belt with limited foreign ownership. That's all for now in this update. Stay tuned to the Savera, download the app and follow us on various social media platforms.